Never Death Row Production. Mike Tyson, next heavyweight champion of the world.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. Happy Saturday to all. It is June 20th. Looking back at yesterday, as of recording this video right now, we are waiting on that Dodger game to wrap up. That was our solo bet, our ladder play. These pieces of shit were up 3-0. They just blew the lead. It's a tie game right now. We'll see at the end of the video how that one goes. Other than that, it was not a good day. The Nationals last minute switching Cade Cavalli to Michaelis screwed us. At least if Jordan Alvarez would have hit a home run, we would have at least got our home run parlay, but it was not a good day. But you guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We have a 14-game slate of baseball here on tap today. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, the link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also at the end of the video, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, first game on the schedule, we got the White Sox in Detroit taking on the Tigers. We got Newcomb on the mound for the White Sox. We got Melton on the mound for the Tigers. Alright, getting into this one here, it's going to be a bullpen day for the White Sox today. They're going to have the left-handed pitcher Newcomb open up the game. He's been really good out of the bullpen all season for the White Sox. This will be the first time he opens up a game. He's going to go one time through the lineup, pitch 3 innings. He has very good numbers versus left-handed bats. He is struggling versus righties. He is going to see a lineup here today featuring 5 right-handed bats. Not to mention, this is a guy that pitches for a lot of contact. Guys like Cole Keith and Tolkerson really match up well against his pitch mix. I can see the Tigers getting a run off of him through the first 3 innings. After that, the rest of this White Sox bullpen will come in. I can see them giving up another 3 to 4 runs in this game. On the other side, we got the young right-handed pitcher Melton on the mound for the Tigers. He's been solid to start off the season. He did get rocked in his last outing against the Twins. Here today, he's going to be seeing a White Sox lineup. Offensively, the numbers have started to dip. They're starting to regress offensively. The on-base percentage and the average have really dropped, but the slugging is still there. This young right-handed pitcher, Melton, is averaging 1.8 home runs per 9 innings. That is not good. It's going to be very hitter-friendly weather out in Detroit. I can see him giving up a home run or 2 in this one. My overall expectation for Melton, he goes 5 to 6 innings, gives up 3 to 4 runs, turns it over to a Tigers bullpen that continues to play very good. They got some very good arms available. I can see them coming in, shutting the door on the White Sox bats. Looking at the weather, very hitter-friendly weather. It's going to be close to 80 degrees with 10 to 13 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to left field, giving right-handed bats an advantage in this game. Let's get to the picks. The Tigers are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them here on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I really like the over 8.5 total runs in this game. One of my favorite plays of the day. For the player prop, I'm taking Spencer Tolkerson of the Tigers for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Reds in New York taking on the Yankees. We got the left-handed pitcher Andrew Abbott on the mound for the Reds. We got Will Warren on the mound for the Yankees. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Andrew Abbott on the mound for the Reds. Started off the season not looking good. Around mid-May, he hit a switch. In his last 5 starts, he has an ERA of 3.20. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Yankees lineup. In the month of June, they have been killing left-handed pitching. They're batting .276, slugging .480. Andrew Abbott is a guy that throws that fastball primarily over 50% of the time. In this Yankees lineup, you got the left-handed batters like Bellinger and Rice killing lefties. Guys like Rosario and Bellinger as well killing left-handed pitching. Not to mention, these guys really match up well against Andrew Abbott's pitch mix. I can see Abbott struggling in this game. It's going to be very hitter-friendly weather in Yankee Stadium. I'm expecting him to go 6 innings, give up 3 to 4 runs, turn it over to a Reds bullpen that had one of their better outings yesterday, but they're going to come in this game, give up a few as well. On the other side, we got Will Warren on the mound. This is a guy, even dating back to last season, has very good numbers in his home starts. In his last few starts, he has an ERA of 4.17, so he's been getting hit up a bit of late. In this game, he's going to be seeing a Reds lineup. They're only batting .226 versus right-handed pitching, slugging .400. In this game for Will Warren, a guy that doesn't give up a lot of home runs. That's one thing that this Reds lineup is able to do, produce some runs off of home runs. I don't see him worrying about that. Maybe Belday is the one guy he should worry about, but other than that, he's not going to have a hard time with this Reds lineup. He's going to go about 6 innings, give up a run, turn it over to a Yankees bullpen that's in a really good spot to come in, take over, shut the door on the Reds bats. Looking at the weather, like I said, hitter-friendly weather, close to 80 degrees, wind blowing from the diamond to right field, giving left-handed bats an advantage in this one. Let's get to the picks. The Yankees are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the run line. The game total set at 9.5. I got this a 7-3 game for the Yankees. I like the over 9.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Rosario of the Yankees today for 2 total bases. Next up, we got the Toronto Blue Jays in Chicago taking on the Cubs. We got the left-handed pitcher Corbin on the mound for the Jays. We got Ray on the mound for the Cubs. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the left-handed pitcher Patrick Corbin on the mound for the Jays. Started off the season looking really strong, but we've started to see the regression from him. In his last 5 starts, he has an ERA of 5.30. He's a sinker ball pitcher, a ground ball pitcher. Hard hit rate's now up to 46%. You guys know we talk about it all the time. Anytime you see a ground ball pitcher, a sinker ball pitcher with a hard hit rate up above 40-45%, it is not a good recipe. Like I said, the ERA's been shot up in his last few starts. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Cubs team in the last 10 games played versus left-handed pitching. They're batting .262, slugging .410. There's guys like Nico Horner in this lineup, Suzuki, that really match up well against them. You still got Alex Bregman in there that match up well against left-handed bats. I'm projecting Corbin to struggle in this game, him to go 5 innings, give up 3 to 4 runs, turn it over to a Jays bullpen that continues to play mediocre. I don't like the arms available for Toronto here. I can see them coming in, giving up a few runs as well. On the other side, we got Colin Ray on the mound. He's been very shaky this season, if not bad overall, 5.35 ERA. But in his home starts, this guy has an ERA of 3.10. He's been really sharp at Wrigley this season. He's going to be seeing a Toronto Blue Jays lineup that's not going to have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Left yesterday's game with a back injury. I know earlier in the month he missed a few games with like a lower back thing as well, so I'm not expecting Vlad to be playing here today. I can see this guy coming out. The one knock on Colin Ray, he gives up a lot of home runs, a lot of hard hit balls. He's averaging 1.5 home runs per 9 innings. This is a guy that usually only pitches 5 to 6 innings overall, so I can see him giving up a long ball here today. It's going to be very hitter-friendly weather out there in Chicago. Then turn it over to a Cubs bullpen that's in a really good spot to come in, shut the door on these Blue Jays bats. Looking at the weather, it's going to be over 80 degrees with close to 10 mile per hour winds from the diamond to right field, giving left-handed bats an advantage. Let's get to the picks. The Cubs are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 9. I like the under 9 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Suzuki of the Cubs to hit a home run today. Next game up, we got the Padres in Texas taking on the Rangers. Walker Buehler on the mound for the Padres. Eovaldi on the mound for the Rangers. Alright, getting into this one here. These two teams played in a wacky-ass game yesterday. The Padres put up 6 runs on DeGrom in the first inning and still lost that game. Here today, they got Walker Buehler on the mound. Believe it or not, this guy's been in very good form of late. In his last 5 starts, he has an ERA of 2.70. One thing that's I really been liking about Buehler in these starts, his pop fly rate has really increased. It's sitting close to 50% right now. That's something that's going to really work in his favor here today in a very pitcher-friendly ballpark in Texas. When I do the matchup breakdown for him, he actually matches up very well against this Texas Rangers lineup. There's one guy I worry about for him. That's Jock Peterson. Other than that, I can see him coming out here today, having a quality start where he goes his regular 6 innings, gives up 2 runs, turns it over to a Padres bullpen that's in a much better position than they were yesterday. That was one of the reasons we faded the Padres yesterday. On the other side, we got Nathan Eovaldi on the mound. This guy's been extremely mediocre this season. He'll have a stretch where he looks really good, then a stretch where he looks mediocre, closer to bad. One thing about Eovaldi, even dating back to last season, he gives up a lot of home runs. This year, he's averaging close to 2 home runs per 9 innings. He's going to be seeing a Padres lineup. Yes, we know the offense is terrible. We did see them put up 6 runs on the ground yesterday, though. Not to mention, there is a few guys in this lineup that match up well against Eovaldi. Guys like Jackson Merrill and Gavin Sheets really match up well against them. Overall, I can see Eovaldi, a guy that usually pitches deep in the games, going about 6-7 innings, giving up 3 to 4 runs, turning it over to a Texas Rangers bullpen that's really good. They're not taxed coming into it. They got a lot of good arms available. I can see them coming in, shutting the door on the Padres bats. It's down in Texas, the most pitcher-friendly ballpark in the majors. Let's get to the picks. The Rangers are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Padres here on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Jackson Merrill of the Padres to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Nationals in Tampa Bay taking on the Rays. Cade Cavalli on the mound for the Nats. We got the left-handed pitcher Seymour on the mound for the Rays. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Cade Cavalli on the mound for the Nats. This guy was a last-minute scratch in yesterday's game. They said he had food poisoning. Now, I don't know if you guys ever had food poisoning before, but that you're just not ready to start doing shit the next day. I don't know about this spot here today for Cavalli. I don't know what type of effect that's going to have on him, but I'm expecting him to struggle a bit. Not to mention, he's going to be seeing a Nationals lineup that's going to be featuring 6 left-handed bats. He does struggle a bit more with lefties than he does righties. Not to mention the right-handed bats he will be seeing as guys like Yandy Diaz and Junior Caminero. I can see Cade Cavalli struggling here today. Go about 4 to 5 innings, give up 3 to 4 runs, turn it over to a Nationals bullpen that continues to be, I want to say, mediocre of late, but I can still see them coming in, giving up a run. On the other side, we got the left-handed pitcher Seymour on the mound. He's been average overall. He's been much better of late, but still overall very mediocre pitcher. He's going to come out here today, see a Nationals lineup that does feature a lot of left-handed bats. That is something that's going to benefit Seymour. He does have very good splits versus lefties, but this Nats team does kill left-handed pitching. I can still see Seymour, a guy that gives up a lot of hard hit contact, does walk a bit of batters, struggling a bit, going about 5 innings, giving up 2 to 3 runs, turning it over to a Rays bullpen that's also highly mediocre. I can see them coming in this game, giving up a few runs as well. It's down in Tampa Bay in the Dome, so no real weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Rays are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Jonathan Aranda of the Rays for 2 total bases. Next up, we got the Brewers in Atlanta taking on the Braves. We got 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this game. We got Kyle Harrison on the mound for Milwaukee. We got Chris Sale on the mound for Atlanta. Alright, getting into this game here, we got Kyle Harrison on the mound for Milwaukee. This guy's been really good for the Brewers this season. He had that one blow-up start 2 weeks ago against the Athletics where he gave up 8 runs, but other than that, this guy's been like an all-star level pitcher. Comes into this game with a high ground ball rate, good strikeout numbers. He's actually setting up in that archetype of left-handed pitchers that are like aces, those guys like Christopher Sanchez, Skubal, guys that could work the strikeouts, get a lot of ground outs. Those guys usually line up to have very low ERAs, get a lot of wins. But getting back to this game here today for Kyle Harrison, another thing I realized when I was doing the breakdown for Harrison, him and Chris Sale, the numbers are identical across the board for them. They both have a high ground ball rate. They both have a very solid strikeout rate, very low walks. Both the ERAs and the whips are similar. In this game for Kyle Harrison, he's going to be seeing a Braves lineup that continues to struggle to hit the ball. They're only batting .230 in the last 10 games played, slugging .385. I see Harrison coming out going 6 to 7 innings. Guy that throws a good splitter, good slider, good fastball, having a good outing. Where he goes 6 to 7, where he gives up 1 to 2 runs, turns it over to a Brewers bullpen that continues to play well of late. They're in a very good spot to come in, shut the door on this Braves lineup. On the other side, we got Chris Sale. still pitching at an ace level here later in his career. He's going to be seeing a Brewers lineup here today that has been killing left-handed pitching of late. Granted, they struggled to get to Perez yesterday. Perez was able to keep the ball low, get a lot of ground outs. I could see Chris Sale doing something similar here today against this Brewers lineup. Like I said, the ground ball rate for Chris Sale is very high this season. Turn it over to a Braves bullpen. That will be the weak spot here today. I don't like the arms available for Atlanta. I can see Chris Sale going about 6 to 7, giving up 1 or 2 runs. Turning it over to this Braves bullpen, they could come in, give up a run or 2 as well. Looking at the weather, it's going to be, I want to say neutral. We got a slight gust of wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Braves are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Andrew Vaughn of the Brewers for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Mets in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies. We got Freddie Peralta on the mount for the Mets. We got the left-handed pitcher Christopher Sanchez on the mount for the Phillies. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Freddie Peralta on the mount for the Mets. This guy's been extremely mediocre. The Mets brought him here to be their ace, their answer to Christopher Sanchez. He is not living up to that. This is a guy that does not go past the 6th inning in any of his starts. He usually only goes 5 innings. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Phillies lineup once again at home, where they continue to hit the ball much better than they do on the road this season. Looking at the matchup for Freddie Peralta, a fastball pitcher, throwing that fastball over 50% of the time. There's a few guys in this lineup that match up well against him. The 2 guys I focused in on, Marsh and Harper. I could see one of them taking them yard in this game. My overall expectations for Peralta, he goes 5 to 6 innings, gives up 3 runs, turns it over to a Mets bullpen that's in a really good spot to come in, shut the door on these Phillies bats. On the other side, we got Christopher Sanchez on the mount. He's coming off of probably his worst start of the year against the Brewers last week. But here today, back at home, where he has an ERA in his 7 home starts of 0.82. Here he's going to be seeing a Mets lineup loaded with left-handed bats. He has very good numbers versus lefties. Not to mention the Mets have been struggling to hit left-handed pitching of late. Granted, none of the lefties they've seen has been at the caliber of Christopher Sanchez. I see Sanchez coming out here today having a really good start where he goes 7 to 8 innings, gives up a run, nothing too crazy, and turns it over to the back end of the Phillies bullpen, where they'll come in and shut the door on this Mets lineup. Looking at the weather, it's going to be 80 degrees. We are going to have wind blowing out, but it's going to be blowing more towards foul territory. Let's get to the picks. The Phillies are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the run line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Bryce Harper of the Phillies to hit a home run today. Next game up, we got the Cleveland Guardians in Houston taking on the Astros. We got the left-handed pitcher Joey Cantillo on the mount for the Guardians. We got Spencer Arrieta on the mount for the Astros. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Joey Cantillo on the mount for the Guardians. Started off the season looking really strong, but we've started to see the regression here. In his last 5 starts, he has an ERA of 5.60. The slugging against Joey Cantillo in those last 5 games is close to 500. In this game here today, he's going to be seeing a Astros lineup featuring 7 right-handed bats. Not to mention Joey Cantillo really struggles versus righties. My expectations, he goes 5 to 6 innings, gives up 3 runs, turns it over to a Guardians bullpen that continues to play mediocre here. In the month of June, I see them coming in, giving up a few runs as well. On the other side, we got Spencer Arrieta on the mount. This guy, he's been solid all year, 2.57 ERA, but he is walking a lot of batters. We're starting to see a bit of the luck he's had started to go away. In his last few outings, he's given up a few more runs. The hard hit rate starting to go up. Here today, fortunately for Arrieta, he's going to be seeing a Guardians lineup that continues to struggle. They're only batting .217 versus right-handed pitching, slugging .350. Arrieta is a guy that's able to work the ground ball. I can see him having success here today. I see him going 6 innings, giving up a run, turning it over to Astros bullpen that continues to play much better. I see them coming in, giving up a run or so, but nothing too crazy. It's down in Houston in the Dome, so no real weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Astros are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the under 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Christian Walker of the Astros for 2 total bases. Next game up, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates in Colorado taking on the Rockies. We got Paul Skeens on the mound for the Pirates. We got Shigano on the mound for the Rockies. Alright, getting into this game here, we got Paul Skeens on the mound for the Pirates. He continues to look a bit mediocre here, especially by his standards. In his last 5 starts, he has an ERA of 4.10. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Rockies lineup that continues to hit the ball well of late. In their last 10 games played, they're batting .260, slugging .415. Paul Skeens out in Colorado, he's going to need to rely on his fastball a bit more here today. I'm expecting him to give up a few runs once again. My overall expectations, he goes 6 to 7 innings, gives up 2 runs, turns it over to this Pirates bullpen. The first 2 months of the season, they were playing really good. Here in the month of June, over 18 games played, they have a bullpen ERA of 6.15. They've been terrible of late. I can see them coming in once again, giving up a few runs. On the other side, we got Shigano on the mound. This guy's been really solid for the Rockies this year. He does come in still with the ERA of 4.52, but when you look at the rest of these Rockies starting pitchers, guys like Lorenzen, Kyle Freeland, ERA's close to 8. Shigano's Paul Skeens compared to the rest of those guys. But here today, for Shigano, he's going to be seeing a lineup loaded with left-handed bats. He is a ground ball pitcher, pitches for a low velocity pitcher, tries to keep the ball low, pitches for a lot of contact, tries to get the ground outs. I don't think this is going to be a very good spot for him. This Pirates lineup matches up very well against his pitch mix. I'm expecting Shigano to go 5 innings, skip up 4 to 5 runs, turn it over to Rockies bullpen, the worst bullpen in the majors. I see them coming in, giving up a few runs as well. It's out in Colorado, but we do have wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Pirates are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 10.5. I like the under 10.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Brandon Lau of the Pirates for 2 total bases. Next game up, we got the Orioles in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. We got the left-handed pitcher Trevor Rogers on the mound for the O's. We got Yamamoto on the mound for the Dodgers. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Trevor Rogers on the mound for the Orioles. This guy's been absolutely terrible this season. Comes into it with an ERA close to 6 on the year. Hard hit rate sitting at 44%. In his road starts this season, he's actually been overall much worse. He comes into it with a road ERA of 6.90. He's been absolutely terrible on the road this season. In Dodger Stadium here today, very hitter-friendly weather. He's going to be seeing a Dodgers lineup that's batting .260 versus left-handed pitching, slugging .460. Mookie Betts, his swing is starting to come back together. You got Andy Pajas in that lineup, Freddie Freeman also killing lefties. I'm expecting Trevor Rogers to get stomped in this game, go 4 to 5 innings, give up 4 to 5 runs, turn it over to an Orioles bullpen that continues to play terrible. We saw them come in the game yesterday and blow it. I'm expecting the Orioles arms to come out this pen, give up a few runs here today as well. On the other side, we got Yamamoto on the mound. This guy was getting hit up around mid-May towards the end of May, but he started to really get back to form. In his last 4 starts, he has an ERA of 0.86. Here today, he's going to be seeing an Orioles lineup that continues to hit the ball well of late. They're batting .250 in their last 10 games played. They hit right-handed pitching very well this season. I can see Yamamoto having another quality start where he goes 6 to 7 innings, gives up 2 runs, turns it over to a Dodgers bullpen that could come and shut the door on these Orioles bats. Looking at the weather, it's going to be a bit more on the hitter-friendly side. We are going to have a gust of wind about 8 to 10 mile per hour blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them on the run line. The game total set at 8.5. I like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Andy Pajas of the Dodgers to hit a home run today. And the final game of the day, we got the Red Sox in Seattle taking on the Mariners. We got the left-handed pitcher Conley early on the mound for the Sox. We got Hancock on the mound for the Mariners. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the rookie pitcher Conley early on the mound for the Red Sox. He started off the season looking really strong. In his last few starts, we've started to see some regression. In his last 5 outings, he has an ERA of 4.90. The big thing I've been paying attention to has been his command. He's been struggling with the command. Another thing, he's a guy that relies on the sinker ball. The movement has not been there on a few of his breaking pitches. The hard hit rate and the slugging has really gone up against him. Here today against this Mariners lineup, we got a few guys that match up well against his pitch mix. This Mariners team has been hitting 260 versus left-handed pitching. Granted, they struggled to get the Rangers Suarez yesterday. He pitched 6 innings, only gave up a hit. I can see the opposite happening today for early. I see him giving up 3 runs, turning it over to a Red Sox bullpen that has continued to play shaky here of late. Granted, they had a really good outing yesterday, but I see them coming in this game giving up a run or 2 as well. On the other side, we got Emerson Hancock on the mound for the Mariners. This guy's been good this season. He's been really good in his home starts. In his 6 home starts, he has an ERA of 2.50. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Red Sox line that's only batting 235 versus right-handed pitching, slugging 370. I'm expecting Hancock to come out here, have a really good outing. Matches up very well against this Red Sox lineup as well. Turn it over to our Mariners bullpen. They'll come in towards the back end, close out this game. It's out in Seattle. It's going to be very pitcher-friendly weather out there today. Let's get to the picks. The Seattle Mariners are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners for 2 total bases today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today are sells. Our first bet will be our ladder play. The Dodgers did not cover the run line for us, so today we'll be restarting our ladder play with a $10 bet, and we'll be placing that $10 bet on the Chicago Cubs on the money line. We're getting them at -118. This is our ladder play of the day. Up next, we'll be playing a 2-leg home run parlay here today. We're going to start it off with Bryce Harper of the Phillies, and we're going to wrap it up with Andy Pajas of the Dodgers, a $10 2-leg home run parlay. Next up, we'll be playing a 3-leg parlay here today. We're going to start it off with the White Sox Tigers game total to go over 8.5 total runs. We're then going to play the Yankees on the money line, and we wrap it up with the Cubs on the money line. And our final bet of the day will be another 3-leg parlay. We're going to start it off with the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line. We're then going to play the Orioles Dodgers game total to go over 8.5 total runs, and we wrap up the parlay with the Seattle Mariners on the money line. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's Saturday, we made it. Let's have a good day here today. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope we all win some money here today, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.